Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to jump straight into the video. We're going to be discussing a few tips and tricks. Well, tips. They're going to be a few tips for people who are wanting to be natural, transitioning to be natural, are already natural but they're beginners and they're not quite sure what's important, what's not important. So we'll jump straight into the video. The first thing you need to know as a beginner, tip number one, is that you need to do your research. Yes, you've transitioned or you're transitioning or you've got your hair in braids or whatever it is at the moment. You need to do a lot of research. You need to do a research to find out what your hair type is. The quicker you find out what your hair type is, the faster you know what your hair type is, the easier it is for you to transition into buying the correct products, doing the correct things for your hair and maintaining your hair well. And the faster your hair will grow. There is blogs, there is Reddit, there is Wikipedia, there is how-tos, there is YouTube videos. There's so many things that you can research about natural hair and specifically about your hair type, what type of porosity it has, how it functions, all that kind of stuff, what products works best for it. So that's what you need to do for tip number one. Step number two is in line with your research. So once you've done your research and you know about your hair type, so you know what type of hair it is that you have, whether it's 4A, 4B, 4C, 2A, 2B, whatever it is, now you can get into researching products. So what I would suggest is for you to research people with your same hair type, because once you start doing that and once you start watching a few videos, once you start reading a few blog posts, you'll realize that majority of the people have something very similar. So maybe it might be a product that everyone seems to be using or that seems to be reoccurring. That's where you know you need to get that specific product, because if more than one person is using it, or if it's common throughout all the research that you've been doing, then you'll know that that's something that you need to get that will be good for your hair type, so that you can begin collecting all the products that you're going to be using. So you can begin creating your little natural hair product collection. It doesn't start from, you know, just buying everything and trying everything out. You have to be smart about it, because that ties into tip three. Tip three is do not break your bank account buying natural hair products. Natural hair products can be quite expensive. You can pay $30 for a jug this big of conditioner, depending on where you stay. I know if you stay in America or like the UK or something, it'll be easier for you to get natural hair products as compared to us in Australia. I had another girl contacting me from Germany, I think, who said that there is nothing, you know, it's so difficult. So people like us, who it's expensive and the quantity is scarce, you cannot go around buying everything that's available for natural hair. You will break your bank account, because natural hair products are not cheap for us, for some of us. So you need to be wise. When you're doing your research and stuff, you know exactly what it is that you need to purchase and how much it costs. And also do your research about where else you can get it, instead of getting it at your local company named your local company named brand. Like, I know that Sheer Moisture is $30 at Priceline if they're having a 50% off. Praise God, but they don't have 50% off on Sheer Moisture a lot. I recently went to one of, it's not local, it's quite far away, a beauty supply store. It's just an African supply store in Sunshine, and they had it for $20. So you need to do your research, and it'll take time to do your research so that you know that you can find things for cheaper if you go here, or you can find things for cheaper if you buy online. Instead of buying Jamaican castor oil online and then having to pay $5 for shipping and it ends up being $12, you can drive to your local African shop and they sell it for $9, and you can buy your Sheer Moisture too. So you're saving a lot of money. Be wise about it. Don't break your bank account because you want to be natural. That's not the point of being natural. Tip number four, your wash day routine. Back again to tip number one. We're always going to go back to tip number one. research people's wash day routines and what products they use, how they do it, what they're doing for their hair type. Some people can just wash their hair as is. Some people need to put their hair in 2-strand twists and then wash their hair. Watch and research, and do a lot of research. Do a lot of research about other people's wash day routines so that you can figure out what yours is and what's best for you, and begin to create your routine, because hair loves routine. If you change it up all the time, every day you do a different, product, every day you do a different routine. One day you're washing with Tresemme, next day you're washing with Shea Moisture, your hair will get confused and it won't grow. So you need to create a routine, and it takes time to create a routine. You're not going to create a routine in the space of a day or in the space of a month of being natural. It will take time, and when you find it, stick to it. That's my suggestion. When you find something that works for your hair, when you find products that work for your hair, stick to it, because then it'll be easier for you. Your hair, your wash day will be so much easier. You won't have to spend hours washing your hair. At the end of the day, natural hair can be quite tedious, and it can be quite frustrating, and can be quite time consuming. So what we want to try and do is minimize all that stuff. Yes, we want to enjoy our hair, we want to love our hair. So we need to do a little bit of research so we can get to that point where we love our hair and it's easy for us to maintain. Next tip for us is very, very important, because this is the bane of natural hair existence. If this happens, everything is going downhill, everything is terrible, everything is horrible. Next tip: your hair is not the Sahara Desert, therefore it should not be dry. If your hair is dry, your hair will break, your hair will get single strand knots, your hair will get all knots everywhere, like what happened to my hair in my previous video. You need to make sure your hair is well hydrated, well moisturized. Get yourself a spray bottle, get yourself a good leave-in conditioner, good oils, and make sure that your hair is hydrated. Your hair will flourish so much better if it's hydrated, it's well maintained, and it's happy and healthy. Next tip, can't remember what number it is, I stopped counting. Find yourself a good nighttime routine. Again, research, but find yourself a good nighttime routine so you know how to take care of your hair when you sleep. I did a video recently about the different hairstyles that I do when I'm going to bed, to take care of your hair, to make sure that it's just not doing whatever it wants while you sleep. Figure out your nighttime routine, get a great satin bonnet, satin scarf so that you can sleep in peace. And you'll be laughing, you'll be enjoying your hair will flourish, and your afro will flourish, and your puff will flourish, everything will be flourishing. So yeah, those are my top tips for someone who is natural and they're not quite sure what's happening or what they're doing. Also, just some things that you need to, a checklist that you can use to make sure that you're on the right path and you're doing things all right. So I hope you guys have liked this video. Make sure to leave a thumbs up if you like the video, and comment down below. Make sure you turn your notifications on so you get a notification every time my video is posted. I will see you guys next Friday. I love you so much. Mwah. Also, guys, this is for those of you who may be a little bit interested in my Christian walk or in the Christian side of my life. My channel is for everything that I am. So I am Christian, I am a natural in everything. As our church, we do like to do the 10 days of prayer and fasting, which is the first 10 days of the year. So from December 1 to December 10, we fast as a church, and we go to church every day and stuff like that. So you guys let me know if you would like me to document those 10 days and how it goes, and how I am doing things, how I'm starting my year, how I write my New Year's resolutions, my prayer list, all that kind of stuff. Let me know if you'll be interested, and I'll see whether or not you guys want to see the content, and I'll do the content. So yeah, bye guys.